Hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Josh, and I've got a very exciting video for everybody today, but especially for those that don't have any cards other than what they've pulled, and maybe hopefully a few energies, because all you need to do to attend your first local event is to watch this video, click a few links, hit the print button, and hopefully you have a pair of scissors because you got a few cards to cut out, because today we'll be learning how to proxy decks. I do want to preface everything by saying that proxy cards are not allowed at official Pokemon events. So things like challenges and cups, and especially regionals and internationals, you cannot use proxy cards. But just for your local stores, league play nights, I think this would be just fine. But in order to make sure, why don't you give your local league a call and a heads up and ask them first? I cannot see there being any issue with this. All of the Pokemon leagues I've been to, and trust me, I've been to a lot as I've traveled and played trying to compete for championship points, have been some of the most welcoming and inclusive places, and they are very understanding. So if you don't have the cards to build your favorite deck that you might be playing online, or you might just be completely brand new to the game, I've got 3 pre-built decks that I'll be showing you how to print out, and I'll also be showing you how to make your own decks using 2 methods. The first method I want to focus on is my preferred method, and that's thanks to Justin Basil. Justin Basil has a lot of resources available on their website, and even more available on their YouTube channel. But what we'll be focusing on today is a very awesome and very creative solution to proxy deck building that they created using the Microsoft PowerPoint. But don't fret, if you don't have PowerPoint, all you need is a Google account and Google Slides, because you can also make this work in Google Slides. So we'll go over here to the What's Next page, and we can come down here to Selected Proxies. This is just the way I get to it. There's multiple ways of getting to it, but this is how I navigate the website, so judge me if you will. And we'll click on here where it says the article on proxies. So here, Justin describes what proxies are and how you can use them in the game. Now, like I mentioned, proxies are not allowed at officially sanctioned events, but just for local league play and practice at home, they are perfectly fine, and I cannot tell you the amount of ink I've used printing proxies. In fact, I've gotten so serious about this that occasionally when I'm having a very large proxy session, I order them to print at the local FedEx. But what you'll do down here is the PowerPoint method, and these are both methods that I'll be showing you how to use. I prefer the PowerPoint method because it's a little simpler, and you can even do the PowerPoint method on your phone using Google Slides and just copy and pasting images. Now, the Limitless method you can also do on your phone, but I think it's a bit easier to cut the proxies and just see them all with a PowerPoint method, and I'll talk about the Limitless method when we get there. So Justin Basil has a download ready to use PowerPoint file here, but don't worry, I've already got that uploaded and shared with you all in the Google Drive file or folder that I'll be sharing in the description of this video, where I've gone through and I've created 3 proxy decks that can compete at the highest meta standards, but are still very simple and easy to follow and understand. If you'd like to see a video going through and over how to play these decks at the highest of levels, I'd be happy to do that for you. But for right now, they're here and available for you to print, cut, and play with, and hopefully enjoy at your local events. So the proxy template, what we can do here is we can open with Google Slides. And I actually have not used Google Slides in a very long time, but what you'll see here is replace image, replace image, replace image. And I use keyboard shortcuts, so I'll hit Control M here, and you'll see you get a second one. And each slide can hold 9 cards on there. So we need to get to 6 to get to 54, and then 7 because we need 6 of the 9 to get us to our 60. So you'll fill this last one out just to the middle row here. And so now you might be saying, well, where do I go get images for these proxy cards? I kind of cheat and I combine the Limitless method a lot of times with the PowerPoint method. What I'll do to get a lot of the images for myself, I'll go to the Limitless page here. Again, link in the description. Full credit to Robin Schultz for creating such an amazing website with so many valuable resources, including online tournaments. If you'd like to see a video on online tournaments, let me know in the comments below. So go over here to Tools, and you'll see Proxy Printer. And all you need to do is just go through, and if you have your online list, this might be the easiest method because you can just paste it in there. But if you're building and constructing your list, I come here. So let's say I need another copy of Radiant Greninja for a deck I want to build and practice in person. what I'll do is I'll come over here, type in Radiant or Ninja, and you'll see that I get this card pulled up in the perfect image of it. I'll come over here, and because I'm using Google Slides, I have to copy the image address. Please note you have to copy the image address for Google Slide Store. To copy the image address, you'll come over here to your Google Slide, you'll hit Replace Image, and you'll see by URL down here. So you'll just paste the URL, and all of a sudden, Radiant Greninja's ready to go. Now, Radiant Greninja is just one card that you can have in your deck, and it's really specific because you can only have one Radiant in your deck. Let's say I'm getting ready to build a Chin Pao deck, and now I need some Chin Pals. So we'll go and type in some Chin Pao EX here. And I don't like printing the max rarities, but you feel free to do whatever you want. It's your ink, not mine. So I'm just going to come over here to Chin Pao from Paldea Evolved. And again, I'm going to copy the image address. I'll come over here, replace image by URL, and replace. Now this might seem like it's a little tedious, but luckily for all cards except Radiants and Apex, we're allowed to have multiple copies in our deck. And most Chin Pao decks will use 2 to 3 copies of it. So what I can do next is hit Control C, Control V, and I can just drag it into place. Now, if you're doing this on your phone, I would recommend using the Google Slides app, and it might take a little longer. So the best way to use the Limitless method of proxying cards is with a already built 60 card deck list. And this is a great way of getting meta decks that have performed well and have proven themselves at the highest level. Let's go and grab a deck first. And I'm a little biased, so I'm going to go to Dragapult. And this 87th placing list from NAIC seems like a really interesting deck. I don't know who that guy is, but let's see what deck they put together for NAIC. And you can look through it. You can also open it as an image if you're a bit more of a visual learner, as myself. And you can see the exact cards used to compete and finish at 87th place at NAIC. Okay, I like what I see. And right here, you can hit the Print Proxies button. All of a sudden, all the cards are there for you to take and proxy, just as you would. Now, Limitless also allows you to go through and copy clipboard. So this allows you to import the deck list into Pokemon Trading Card Game Live if you want to test it out online before committing your very valuable printer ink. Trust me, I'm an adult. I know it's expensive. And you can do that, but you can also go through and put that into the proxy printer as well with the list input option here. This list input option is really valuable and helpful for those that have their, homebrew creations on live and they want to take it maybe to locals without having to commit to the cards. So we'll hit add cards. You get the 60 here. Now, one of the ways that you can make your life a lot easier is to go through. I'm going to paste the cards in again here. And if you don't have a lot of color ink, you can hit the ink saver mode, which puts them all in black and white. And you can add space between cards, and it's a bit more easy to see here without the black and white. And you can see that that's going to be much easier to cut. So when you go to print, it'll pull up the print dialog box. And mine here is set to black and white. And I'll be honest, the way Limitless does the black and white is a little high contrast. So if you want to use your default printer's black and white mode, you might not get as distinct contrast for cards like the Apex, but I do believe you get a nicer overall look and feel for the card. But I'll put it in color just to show you all. All you'll have to do is hit print, and you'll get the same as the PowerPoint method, 9 cards per page. You'll hit print, and you'll have 60 cards ready to cut out. And just to show you all with the PowerPoint method, you can go through, and I'll close this one. I'll open up one of the decks I've built for you guys. And I really like Lugia V-Star right now. So we'll open with Google Slides. And once it's loaded, all you have to do is go over to the print button, or if you're on your computer, Control P. We love our keyboard shortcuts. It'll generate the preview because always preview before printing just to be safe. That is the former teacher in me giving you that advice. And you'll see it looks the exact same as a Limitless page. But like I said, I really like the PowerPoint method because I think it's a bit easier to keep track of what all you're proxying. One of my favorite things about the PowerPoint method is when I'm going through and getting proxies for the new Pokemon set. So let's take a look ahead at our Shrouded Fable set that will be legal for the 2024 World Championship, and how we can proxy some of those cards so we can begin testing and preparing if you are one of those lucky players to be attending the 2024 World Championship. So to get prepared for the newest set releases and to proxy cards before they're officially launched in the United States, what I like to do is use the PowerPoint method to build myself a list of cards that I think I would like to play with, and potentially new deck archetypes, and put them all into the PowerPoint file and print off one big PowerPoint file, not uncommon to be 15 to 20 slides at a time. And again, I have used FedEx before to help me prepare, and I think it was 30 slides worth of proxies I printed one time, which is 270 cards now that I think about it. Wow. But PokemonProxies.com is a newer website, and they already have proxies for Stellar Crown, because it is important to remember that Japan, they get the cards before we get them typically in the United States. And so Japan already has all Shrouded Fable, and we already know everything that's in Shrouded Fable thanks to that. But Japan's already getting reveals for Stellar Crown. Now, Stellar Crown will not be legal until after the first NA regionals at Baltimore, I believe. No, it won't be. Now, this release date here says 19th of July, which is not accurate. This set is not coming out on the 19th of July. It is not going to be legal for Worlds. The format for Worlds will be our current format plus cards from Shrouded Fable. Let's say I'm really interested in United Wings now that we have the Dartrix here with United Wings ability. What I can do, there's two ways of doing this. Again, you can copy the image address, or if you want, you can download all from here, and they'll download to your computer. Now, if you're on your phone, I definitely recommend the copy image address option, because it's just going to save you so much space in the long run. So we'll come over back here to our Google Slides proxy template, replace image by URL. The reason I don't like using Limitless for the newer cards coming out is because, well, I'll show you. They're not translated. Now, Pokemon Proxies, they are translated, and that's in part thanks to the amazing community on Twitter that get together and translate the cards as they are revealed in Japan. I prefer the PowerPoint method, mainly because I am proxying new cards as they are revealed and new archetypes as they are revealed directly from Japan to prepare and practice for them once they are released in English. Now, don't be afraid, though, to use whatever method works best for you, and I firmly believe that the Limitless method is going to be very beneficial to you on your journey as you begin to become the very best, like no one ever was.
Once your proxies are cut out, what I like to do is to just take them and put them on top of a sleeve, so that way you have standard consistency throughout the deck. So if you look here, I'm trying to record this with one hand. I just have an energy card underneath the Regidrago V-Star. And there's quite a few proxies in this deck because I do not have any pieces for Regidrago. And things are very consistent throughout the deck. You would not be able to tell, even from the top down. This is what I like to do and what I would recommend to others who are looking to proxy a deck.
Thank you for watching this far. And if you wouldn't mind, I just need another minute of your time. Right now, the Pokemon trading card game is in a bit of a state of turbulence. A lot of players are stressed and worried about the implications that Pokemon have released for the 2025 season, and are afraid, and rightfully so in some cases, that it will kill their local scene. I wanted to make this video as a way to show my support to local scenes and my commitment to growing the trading card game even now, because we play this game for the love of the game. If you would, please share this video to your local leagues, and share this to anyone you know that might be on the fence for joining and playing such a fun and inclusive and welcoming trading card game. Everybody has a favorite Pokemon, and even if it's not meta, I want to make sure that everyone knows they can build a deck, play with whatever Pokemon they want, and have a good time. Locals are here to stay, and this video is here to help grow locals. As always, thanks to GameGrow for sponsoring Pioneers, the team that I have founded and worked so hard to build. Can't wait to share more information about that with you guys later. And again, please share this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day, guys. Bye.